We were in Bowie County on the Cass County Bowie County line, and we're doing a footprint investigation. Um, Looks like a something came up out of the water and stood on the bank for a second, and then continued on into the brush. What you're going to see is a right foot, then a left foot, then a right foot, and then the right foot again. Any prints coming out of the water have been destroyed really by the waves and the action of the water, but the prints on the shoreline are still there, and we have some measurements you're going to see here in a second. But looks like it came up out of the water, stood here for a second, and then continued on. In one of the earlier photos, it looks like maybe a smaller footprint, like a young creature, but here standing looking at it, it's really not very clear, and it's not a very deep impression, so it's really hard to say if that's really what it is. But here's what the footprints look like whenever it came up out of the water. This would be the left foot. You can see it's 12 inches long, and think it took a step with its right foot, stood there, and you can see the toe prints clearly in that footprint. Again, that footprint is 12 inches long, narrow heel. Then it pulled the left foot up, almost parallel, not quite, a little behind the right foot. Here, not a very clear footprint, not sure why, but thinking that it made another step with its right foot that we can see clearly right here forward. There's a 47-inch heel-to-heel stride. What we think is it pushed off of the left foot and landed again with its left foot, pushing off from its left foot, landing on its right foot, which you'll see in some photo demonstrations we have is really not, it's not within the human realm of being able to do and have such a clear print available. If it took a step with its left foot mid-stride, it wasn't visible at the time that the footprints were found, and it certainly isn't visible now. But beyond that, any prints that would have been available aren't visible because the ground was just too hard to compress down enough to capture the print.